You know you're looking at right now? You know you're looking at right now? You're looking at the world's... Why is my mic so low? What the fuck? Hold up. I'm gonna feel like y'all aren't gonna be able to hear me good. Okay, sorry, let me get into it. Okay. Well, you're looking at the world's most sorry motherfucker. Like, that's what I am. I don't care. And this is the thing. One thing about me is, like, I'm not scared to call myself out. Like, I'm not afraid. Some of y'all just be, like, acting so oblivious to shit that you guys be doing through your own free will. Like, how do you guys not see what you're doing? Like, if I were to slap myself in the face, am I going to sit there and be like, who did that? Who just slapped me? Like, no, I'm not going to do that. I knew damn well I just slapped myself. Like, come the fuck on now. That's why it's like, I could very much so admit, I'm a sorry ass motherfucker. And what I mean by that is I literally mean that literally. Like, I mean that literally, like I am. Like, I have this problem where I apologize a lot. Like, when I mean a lot, like, more than I should. Like, if you were to do something to me, I would apologize for you because I feel like it was me that caused you to do that. I have this really bad tendency to guilt trip myself, and I don't know when this started, but it's something that I've been doing for a long time, and it's something that it's been going on for a while to the point where I can't even pinpoint when exactly it started, but I guilt trip myself a lot, like more than somebody should. Even when somebody does something to me that hurts me, I tell them I'm sorry because even if I didn't do anything so wrong to the point where someone should be reacting like that, I still like feel this type of remorse towards myself. And it's because here's the thing, like I feel like with the kind person I am and the not wanting to like be argumentative or like cause conflict, I find I do tend to fit into the doormat category a little bit. And what transpires from there is the fact, sorry, I don't know why this happens sometimes where I just completely forget what I'm talking about. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, what transpires from there is I try to maintain the peace. So a way of me trying to do that is by me putting the blame on myself. So like if I blame me, then like you won't feel like you did anything wrong and I will take the blame. So everyone's pointing fingers at me, and as long as you're happy, then I'm fine with being like the one who's taking the blame for something I didn't do. And you know, that's because that's me trying to maintain peace, and it's really not something that I'm gonna say is something good. But again, it follows into my character because again, I just sometimes like, and this is the thing, even with the most pure and the best intentions, it could really harm you sometimes, and just like let people take advantage of you is what it is. And that's what happens to me because again, like I just can't help but feel like everything is my problem. Like everything is my doing. Everything that goes on in other people's life, anything that happens to other people around me, if somebody's going through something, I don't know why, but I feel like this strong sense of guilt. Like you could have done this, you could have did this, and it's like, why me? You know, like everybody has their, like when I'm going through something, I know people aren't looking at themselves like, oh, I could have did this for him, I could have did this. But why is it that like for other people I just care so much? Like it's a lot, like it's an enormous amount of care that it's something that I can't get rid of. It's something that I feel, something that I know is there, and it's like I don't want it to go away. But then at the same time, again, like this is what I mean by like some things that benefit you, or you feel like it does, can like hurt you in a way. Because again, like I think about it a lot. Okay, sometimes when I get to thinking about how other people are and the predicament they're in, I don't know why with the overthinking I do, I just start running down the track and I start like making sense of things that don't really make sense, like how something going on within them that's really 100% within them somehow roots to me. And I don't know why I tend to do this thing, but again, it's just overthinking. You know, if you're an overthinker, you know that sometimes like you really just like run yourself around in a fucking circle, and I run myself around in a fucking circle, and it's like something I can't help. And that's why I just walk around and I'm saying like everything is sorry. Like, you do something to me, I'm sorry that I made you feel that way. If you choose to use some hurtful words towards me, I'm sorry that I'm sorry for being here and making you feel that way. Like, even when I do nothing, you know, I could just sit there and quiet and then be lashed out on, and I'll be like, okay, I'm sorry. Because this is the thing, I just want to maintain peace. Like, I don't want to fight all the time. I don't want to argue. And you know, one thing about me is like, if belittling me, if destroying me, if being mean to me honestly makes you feel better and it's gonna benefit you and make you happier, okay, fine, then I will be that sacrificial pawn. I will take all the weight, and I will be that punching bag if it's benefiting you. If it's benefiting, if it's benefiting. Why does that sound so weird? Benefiting? If it benefits. Let's say it that way. If it benefits you. But the thing is, one thing about me is I may not stand up for myself, because again, I've learned that my body, my mental, it can endure more than some other people can. So I guess that's why I can take on the task of carrying weight that isn't mine. But the thing is, when I see other people like being picked on, or like people are being mean to them, I will stand up for them, because again, I know that not everybody is like me. And not everybody, again, there are people who are like me who aren't going to stand up for themselves. And yeah, sometimes you just want somebody else to stand up for you. So I can stand up for them, because why? Again, not everybody is built the same. So the things that I can handle, that those words that may not hurt me and may just be like a gash on my skin, for them it's a fucking stab wound. So you know, they're gonna take it worse than I take it, because I'm used to it, but they might not be used to it. So when you fucking jab them, you're really like stabbing right into them, and I'm like, I don't want you to do that. So I'm like, it's okay, like, I got you, boo, like, I will defend you. And I guess that can tell you like a little bit about my character, you know. Like, I don't know why, it's just like sorry everything I do. Even with the last person I was dealing with, can you imagine someone would sit there and lash out on me and say hurtful ass things to me, and me being the fucking fool of it all, just wanting someone to be there because I haven't had someone there in a while. I'm sitting there apologizing, and then the thing is, I'm sitting there apologizing, and I'm writing out bullshit, and I'm just looking at myself, and I'm just like, what are you sorry for? What did you do? What did you say so wrong that made somebody say all these hurtful and mean things to you? And here you are sitting here apologizing for what someone is doing to you. And it's like, I can say that out loud because I know what I'm doing, but you know, like, I was a fool in the moment, and I'm still a fool now. I could admit that, but it's like, is this what peace is? Like, does being a good person mean being walked over? Does being a good person mean like putting yourself down to make others like feel up? And you know, like, I can't even prioritize myself for a fucking second. Like, I'm so like neglectful towards myself. It baffles me, honestly, because I always say like, it's your life, do what you want to do, like, live how you want to live. But then the thing about it is like, the way I live, it's like, I just want to make everybody else happy but myself. Because yeah, when you're used to not being happy for a while, at a certain point you do just convince yourself like it's not gonna come, and if it will, it's not gonna be now. So it's like, when you're used to something for so long, it's just something you're used to. You're not expecting anything new to come out of it. So how I'm feeling right now, it's like, I can't tell myself I'm not going to be happy right now. Why? Because I haven't been happy in a long ass time. So yeah, I'm used to this. This has become my norm. But I still know that even though my happiness may not exist based off of the reality that I'm shown, well, I can still try to make others happy. Because even if I want to be miserable all the time, that doesn't mean like I want to spread my misery around to everybody. No, if I want everybody to do better than me. I want everyone to elevate and be better people than me. So I can sit here and be miserable as long as you're happy and you're happy and you're satisfied and you're satisfied, then I will take on all the burdens. I will carry everything on my shoulder. And even when I get on YouTube and I talk about it being so heavy, I will do it again and again and again, because again, I'm a very selfless person and I'm very neglectful towards myself. Yeah, I could prioritize myself. I could take care of my hygiene, get cute, classy, cunt, whatever the case may be. But when it comes to the things I do, I just have this bad tendency to always put myself second and never first. And again, I'm not expecting anybody to hold me on a pedestal above themselves, because again, that's just because we're different people in this world. And one thing about me is I'm, well, extremely different from most, and I just care too much and I apologize too much. It's always sorry and sorry and sorry. And you know, like, what do I have to be sorry for? Nothing. But to them, it's nothing. But to me, I can't help but guilt trip myself. I can't help but feel like everything is my fault. And it's something that I was convinced a while ago. I just can't put my finger exactly on when it started, but I can name times when it continued. And yeah, like, it is something I want to work on, but it's like, again, I just don't like fighting. I don't like when there's arguments and conflicts going on. So one thing I have learned is that sometimes, like, submission is key. You know, I convinced myself that sometimes if you just let people walk all over you, it's gonna calm the situation down. You know, if somebody's screaming, if you scream with them, it only makes the situation 10 times worse. But if someone's screaming and I shut my mouth and let them scream, then they will let out all that pent up anger they have, and they will start to calm down, and then we could just talk about it. And I guess that's kind of the way I go about every situation. And yeah, I shouldn't have to sit there and be like degraded and have someone come off like they're condescending me. But at the end of the day, for me, it's like, I have tough skin. You know, I've heard all these things before. So if calling me this and making me feel like this makes you feel better and it calms you down, then let's keep doing it. And you know, but at a certain point, the problem is that when something goes on for a while, it becomes the norm. So when someone's constantly belittling you and making you feel like you're not shit, yeah, at first you might feel like these words are just sliding right off your skin. But then after a while, some of it starts to seep through, and then you start, like, when one thought gets in, you start to think about it, and you're like, am I these things? Am I this? Am I this? And then it's when the favorite song starts, and it plays and it plays and it plays, and that's when the overthinking starts. Now you have two things going. You have the favorite song, and now you're breaking apart every word to it, and then you're following down the trail of thoughts that led to this and their actions and all of, and that's kind of what overthinking is. It's like, one thing separates to three, three into six, six into fucking a fucking whole bunch more, and it just doesn't stop. It doesn't stop. And that's why I tell myself, well, if you stayed away from people, if you stayed in your room, if you just kept to yourself, if you shut your mouth, if you just went by the fucking program, you wouldn't have to deal with these thoughts. And that's why I isolate myself, because I don't want to think so much every day. I already, like, think myself to the point of exhaustion. So when I'm dealing with people who make me question and think a lot, then yeah, it does kind of drive me insane, and I don't want to do that to myself. So I'd rather just sit here and be by myself, because yeah, it is for a greater good. And this is one thing I could do for me, because if I choose to be alone, then I don't have to deal with, like, the things that other people can do, or the mean things that they could say. And I don't have to run the risk of just, like, becoming a doormat again. So I just choose to be here and just be a sorry ass motherfucker. Yeah. It's not a good way to live like this. I can say that for sure. You know, sometimes you do have to stand up for yourself. But me, it's like, I haven't done it in a while, just because I'm not a mean person. It's not even about being mean. Standing up for yourself should not be all about being mean, but it's just like, you know, I don't know what to say. Like, I have no, like, mean bone in my body. Because again, I just find, like, a justification for all the things and words that people say. So when someone's saying things to me, I mean, I process it first, and then I think like, well, they're saying this for a reason, and I'm not gonna like mirror that because I don't like your energy right now. So why would I want to be in that same element as you, you know? So I just sit there and I suck it up because again, you know, I don't want to argue. I've seen so many fights and arguments in life that I learn from things that I go through. I'm not the type to keep cycles going. No, I'm going to break that cycle. So when I see things that remind me of something that happens, I think about how it went and I choose to go the opposite direction in order to try to achieve a good outcome. And yeah, sometimes that results in me just being like pushed over. But again, if that's what maintaining peace does, then call me a pushover, call me a punching bag. I don't care anymore. Like I'll everything. Cause again, in this life, like I'm already a bunch of bad things. So if a sorry motherfucker just add on, I don't care. Like I'm already everything and nothing at the same time. So make me more, right? Make me more.